Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is gonna be on Anaconda 2025. Okay, now, I love the original Anaconda. Even though it's not that great a movie, it's one of those bad movies that's fun to watch. So I have a certain, love for that movie. But I'm also terrified of snakes, so that adds to my loving of that movie. Just like I'm terrified of great white sharks, but I love Jaws, and Anaconda is kind of the Jaws of snake movies. And then when they announced this movie, I was okay with it. I wasn't super excited. That's why I didn't go to the theater to see it. I thought I'd wait for it to come out on streaming. Plus, people were kind of hating on it. Some people loved it. It was kind of a mixed bag, which most movies are nowadays. But I was willing to watch it sometime, and I didn't have anything to watch this week. So we decided we'd watch Anaconda and get some laughs because we all love a good comedy. And this movie was basically about them remaking Anaconda, and I thought that was a good idea for this type of movie, for a comedy. And but people were, like I said before, they were kind of hating on it and, saying that it wasn't that great. Some people were really loving it because of Jack Black and Paul Rudd. And was it any good? It was okay. I don't want to say yes or no on this one because I don't want to be 100% or 0. I'm kind of at a 5 if on a scale of 10 on this movie. It was okay and it was funny at some points, but we weren't like busting out laughing throughout the entire movie or anything, because really the acting in this movie is terrible. And I'm a Jack Black and Paul Rudd fan, and though they did good, everybody else kind of weighed them down, I felt like, because their acting was horrible. I mean, the writing in this movie was horrible. I don't really blame the actors as much as I do the directors and the writers of this film. But that being said, it was okay. We had fun. There were some terrifying snake moments. I'll give it that. There were some good moments. And the first 2 acts of this movie felt like a totally different movie than the third act of this film. And what I mean by that is that, I knew it was a comedy and I knew it was going to be, kind of fun and, just kind of turn off your brain and have a good time and have some laughs type movie. And that's how it was for the first, I'd say hour of this movie. But the last third act of this movie, it totally derailed, in my opinion. In all movies, you're supposed to suspend some disbelief, in certain things that happen. But the way they went from, this is a comedy to this is really stupid was really fast. And the last part of this movie, I did not like at all. I thought it really derailed from what it was trying to be. It went from goofy to absolutely ridiculous. And that's unfortunate because I was liking the movie, honestly. I really was. Now, I'm saying that, and I'm going to tell you one good thing. There was one moment in this movie that had us both busting out laughing so hard that we had to pause the movie so I could gain my composure to keep on watching it. And it's a moment where Jack Black has this tarantula in his hand, and he throws it in the air. And when it comes down, Paul Rudd, like, hacky sacks it, across the jungle, and the sound that it made, I don't know what it was about it, because I hate spiders. Maybe that's why I got a kick out of it. But when he threw that thing in the air and Paul Rudd, and the noise that it made, it was like a little pat, just like a hacky sack would, like a little that triggered something in us that had us just cracking up. And I liked this movie just because of that one moment. And I could rewind and watch that moment over and over again because it was friggin' hilarious. But overall, guys, it had some scary moments. It was really fun in the beginning, but it really, just ended up being a flop for me at the end. I will say, if you like Jack Black and you like Paul Rudd, you'll probably like this movie because, it's their comedy and their, kind of mannerisms, that they use in all their films. It's them in a movie. So if you enjoy that, you might enjoy this movie. So I say give it a try, but honestly, you can do without this one for real. But anyway, it's not all about what I think. What do you think? Have you seen the new Anaconda? Do you plan on watching it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!